Hey guys! Before I start this video, I got two things I gotta tell you. Thing number one is that I lied to you before. I am not going to be uploading any videos about my trip because my dad and I got a bit snap happy and we took way too many photos, way too much video footage, and it's going to take way too long to get through it, so I'm going to wait until next holidays before I edit it all together to make a really quick video for me to put on as just a flashback side video later on. It's not going to come at the moment. I will do videos about my holidays, but not with proper footage because there's too much. It's just too much. Thing number two is that I'm sorry that this video is not to schedule because I missed last week, and that's because my laptop crashed. And honestly, I think that I might not even have a schedule anymore because this just isn't working. I'm just going to upload videos as often as I possibly can because otherwise I procrastinate it or problems happen and then it doesn't come out on time. So you know what, just screw everything. I'm just going to make videos when I can. And I hope that's okay. I'm sorry if it isn't. Okay guys, so this video is going to be another thing in my series of 4 things that I love. And yes, I was honest about that being a series. I wasn't lying then. So I'm going to do 4 things I love, and this time it's going to be book edition. But I know that there are a lot of people who don't really obsess over books like I do. So I'm going to cater to your needs as well. So I'm going to do 4 books that you can read if you're not obsessed with books, and then 4 books you can read if you are obsessed with books like me. So yeah, let's go. Let's start with people who don't obsess over books like I do. Hey people who don't particularly love books, that's a cool way to live your life, but there is a better way, and that way is through the magic of books, which I'm going to show you, and I hope that these books help you start to like reading a little bit more. Book number 1. We're going to start with this little book here called Never Have a Bad Day Ever Again. And it's really small and cute, and look, it's got red tipped pages, but the pages aren't red. Okay. Basically, this book has 100 ways to never have a bad day ever again, and it's got little things like winning an argument in your head and reading and talking about something and then not doing it. It's got really cool things, and I didn't actually buy this book. A friend gave it to me, and I'm pretty sure a friend gave it to her, but if this is some sort of tradition where I'm supposed to pass it down to a friend, this isn't going to work because I don't ever want to get rid of this. I'm sure you could try and find it on the internet. It seems like a sort of Urban Outfitters-esque book, so I'm sure you could find it someplace there, or a book sort of similar. But I highly recommend that if you don't like reading but you want to have books, you get small books like this that have little happy things, because if you ever feel sad, you can always turn to something and you can think about someone fancying you. Whatever. So yeah, book number 2. If you want to have a debate with someone who reads books and you want to make it seem like you read books, then I recommend that you get this book called The Great Snape Debate. And the thing is that it's flip-sided, and basically it's a book about whether Snape is a good guy or a bad guy. That's pretty much it. It's filled with textual evidences from like the actual Harry Potter books, and it came out before the last Harry Potter book, so nobody really knew if Snape was good or bad, and that's why this book was really cool. So if you want to have a debate with someone who read all the Harry Potter books, you can just turn around to them and say, so did you think Snape was a good guy or a bad guy before you read the last Harry Potter book? And no matter what side they take, you've got information for absolutely any argument. And this book isn't all hardcore intellectual stuff either. Actually, it's got heaps of jokes in it. I don't think it takes the debate seriously, but I think that it's a fantastic book and it can help you win a debate. It's so weird. It's even got Snape's playlist from his iPod. So honestly, this book, it'll help you out. Book number 3. This book, Beautiful Malice by Rebecca James, is a fantastic book, and I've mentioned it before in a video, and I'm going to mention it again because this book is a psychological thriller, and it's also got a little bit of romance. It's got a little bit of everything, and it's definitely for teenagers. So if you're a teenager, this book is for you, and if you're an adult, you can probably read this book too. Does that rhyme? So yeah, this book is absolutely fantastic. I'm not going to give away any plot points, but this book just like You think you know what's going on, and then just everything changes. And then everything changes again! The book is absolutely fantastic, and you should read it. Book number 4. This is the last book, and it's the oldest book I have in this collection of mine, and it's called Fairy Stories NCD. I hope that I don't seem patronising to you guys recommending that you read this big children's book if you don't like reading, but it's not because I think you're stupid, it's because this book is absolutely adorable and I still read it to this day. So basically it's got 4 tracks on the CD and 3 of them are stories relating to fairies, clearly. The 4th one is an anthology of verse, and that's why I love this book so much, because it's got an anthology of verse, and basically if you don't know what that means, it means that there's like a whole bunch of poems, and the poems are really, really nice, and they're all about fairies. I love fairies. Don't freaking tease me, like, yeah, big deal, I'm doing my HSC and I love fairies. That's not a problem, okay? They can exist, you know? So yeah, there's really pretty poems, really sweet stories, and I think you should read it anyway, because if you didn't have a childhood where you read, then this will make up for it, and it's got really great... There goes the CD! And it's got really great illustrations. Like, whoever drew this stuff is just beautiful. Look! Look, there's a little kid playing with seashells! So yes, I recommend this book, and if you're not going to read it, your kid will read it. If you have a kid, if you want a kid, get this book. This is going to have to be the end for part 1. The books for people who love reading I'm going to stick in part 2, which I'm going to upload like right now. So look forward to that. It'll only be a while. Just stay in your chair. If you're sitting, stay in your chair. See, books can make you seem smart, and books can make you actually smart. Books are fantastic. They got multi-uses. Woo! I suck at doing things on time. That's not what I wanted to say. It's not what I wanted to say at all. I keep going. I'm sure you could get it on the internet. You can get lots of books on the internet.